Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm the Hammered Airsoft Smith. This here is my trusty Colt M1911A1 gas blowback airsoft pistol. And she looks absolutely fantastic. I think a lot of you will agree. Anyways, this is the follow-up video on shooting the Colt M1911A1 airsoft pistol up close. I stated in the description there that a bunch of parts were replaced, and this video I'm gonna explain why. Now I'm gonna do it in sections. Excuse me. First, I'm gonna talk about is the piece that I failed to mention in the description. And that's the mag catch. Basically, the original mag catch cracked, and I glued it with Link Super Glue and put it in the spares box. That's waiting to be used in a future project. Yes, I'm going to be building another 1911 gas blowback airsoft pistol because I love 1911s. I have all the parts but two to build another one. The parts I'm missing are an outer barrel and a thumb safety. Moving on. So yes, the old one works and it's just put away. And this is a newest version WE checker mag catch. Okay. The following parts: leaf spring, disconnector, sear, both plungers, hammer cup, these two screws, one's a hammer screw and one's a sear screw, valve activator spring, part 50, not sure what it's called, but it's pretty identical to the disconnector, just cut shorter, and its spring. These following parts were replaced just because. That's it, really. That's the only reason. Then I figured might as well use the old parts because they work or whatever, and they're not laying around collecting dust waiting for me to assemble the new 1911. And obviously the only reason why I haven't assembled the new 1911 is because I'm missing those two parts. Anyways, these following parts were replaced for a reason a little more than just because. Let's talk about the trigger. Simply, what looks better and more retro? What's the look like? What looks better with what I'm going for? A silver trigger or that black trigger? I rest my case on that. This is an older trigger, like a lot of the other parts that are inside the gun now. It was black at one point. I just polished it up and everything. And this is just the newest version WE trigger. And damn, it looks good. Wow. Whew. Anyways, this arch mainspring housing, which was fitted to this pistol, now obviously it's not. I had two of them. One's older, which is fitted to the gun now, and as you may see, it is flat, like the World War I mainspring housings in the original 1911s. Reason being, because I don't have a flat one, and I wanted to feel what it was like to have a flat mainspring housing. That's it. with that, all I did was file it down with a heavy duty file and then painted it using this. And actually, this is what I use to touch up the rest of the gun. Now, finally, the hammer spring. Now, I mentioned in the description that I was using the older one that was cut down. It's cut down 3 coils at most. No more than that, or you're going to screw something up. Actually, I advise you to leave that spring alone, unless you know exactly what you're doing. Otherwise, if you cut it too short, you will have major problems. Major problems. Like, the gun won't fire anymore. Or you'll get different weights of recoil, meaning you'll have a heavy recoil, and then a light recoil, and it'll just go back and forth. It'll just be completely random. It'll just be a mess. You're better off leaving the standard springs alone, because they work. All of the parts work. Okay? One reason why I modified it, the one that's in the gun now, is because mainly because wear and tear and recoil. Since there's less tension on the spring and the hammer and the hammer strut, that means it will smack into the back of the slide lighter. Obviously, like I said, reduce wear and tear. Another reason is when the gun blows back and recoils and brings the hammer back, it takes less force. So it just makes shooting the pistol more crisp. That's all it does, really. It might do a little more than that. I don't know, but I can tell you that's what it does. Alright, guys. That's it, really. Think if there's anything else? No, there is not. So again, most of the parts were replaced just because the mainspring housing was replaced because I wanted to use a flat one. I wanted to know what it was like. The trigger was replaced simply because it's black, and the spring was replaced for wear and tear. Alright, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thank you all for the support. And stay tuned, because you never know when I'm going to put up. Alright, see you guys later.